Welcome to Financials with Ahau. It's such a joy to be with you together again as we continue on our Making Wealth series and discussing different things of interest, different things that are building us on our journey. This is totally new to me. I'm so used to doing the presentations and just sharing the points with my face behind. So I'm also coming into a new space of showing up with the people who are journeying together with me. And today, or the better focus for now, has been on securing wealth. And we've touched a bit about it. The last time we talked about an interesting kind of wealth, which is how we care for ourselves. And before that, we touched on wealth in terms of financial things that we do, the insurances, and things like that. And I'd like us to continue on that line because that becomes key. Today, I was just sitting down and reflecting on a conversation we were having on Sunday with some of the young people who I engage with, and we were talking about families who we've known in my country who've had a lot of wealth, but who the outcome has been because of a lack of preparedness and just how generational wealth is handled. Things have not flowed from the way the parents or the grandparents left them. So today, when I think about securing wealth, what comes to mind is, what are you putting in place to ensure that family wealth is propagated? Is it taking up certain covers that care for your family, the life covers and things like that? Is it writing wills? In Africa, we do not like writing wills because it is assumed that people think you're going to die or something like that. But for me, I think about it in terms of the preparedness. In the event that you're not there, then those who remain know what needs to be done. They know how to handle matters. And yes, we have had instances of this being contested, but the majority of it is that there is some level of guidance on what should be done. And currently, there's also been an increase in conversations around setting up family trusts. So maybe there are young children involved and there's a certain amount of wealth that the parents would like to be secured in a certain way. So that's another direction to take. And we also know that, interestingly, the government is kind. There is some sort of tax advantage when we are collating our investments through family trusts and other avenues like that. So it would be very worth pursuit as you think through how you're going to secure the wealth. And then there's also the place of, many times we're given these documents to sign, the next of kin, dependents, and all of that. And we don't take time to update them. We don't take time to objectively think through, in the event I was away, who would I really trust with what is in my hand? It's not like, okay, so I have 3 sisters and yeah, one of them just looks like she knows what to do with money. She's the one, no. But it's just like a wholesome approach to who would I really trust to care for what I have and to care for those I have. And sometimes it might not even be blood, but it's just really thinking it through and making a conscious decision about who do we want to put alongside or against, their names against the things that we care for and the things that we value. Another way to think about it is in terms of just how are we ensuring we are storing the documentation? Because if we don't know how we are keeping the documents well, or people close to us don't know how these documents are preserved, even when we are not there, we've heard it say time and time again how there's so much property sitting in the government with no one knowing how to claim it. Safaricom, how many people the M-Pesa pins have just gone with money in the M-Pesa and things like that. So it's just an encouragement to us as we continue on this series on securing wealth. What are the things that we genuinely need to do? Like, write them down, ask yourself the hard questions. What are the things I genuinely need to do in my journey of securing wealth? And how can I objectively begin to do them one step at a time? Thank you for listening. It's a joy to continue sharing with you. Can't wait to for the next conversation together. Keep writing. It's a how.